Greetings guys, girls and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well and I hope that you are fighting, because there is a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there'll be a link in the description to the page on my websites with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc, etc. Now today is a little bit different. It's a little bit more chill, as you can tell by my lack of makeup and addition of glasses. And that is because today is one of the last times you're gonna see me in this setting, in this bedroom, because I am moving on Monday, which is absolutely wild. Oh my God, I have so much to say about this. I actually have a whole podcast episode with my best friend all about this move and what it means to us and how much you have helped us do that. So if you want to check out our podcast, I will link it up here and down below, and we'd really appreciate if you checked it out. It is now on Spotify and on YouTube, so I gotta stop doing that. Yeah, so because of the move and how that is very stressful and is obviously taking up a lot of my time, I thought that I would sit down and do a bit of an easier video, which is a tattoo tour. I actually did one a few months ago, but it was before all of you came here, so most of you have not seen it. So I thought I'd just recap, because a lot of people have been asking, like a lot. I get it all the time. So here you go. You're welcome. So to start with, my two first tattoos I got for my 16th birthday, and that is Stay Strong on my collarbone and Stay Beautiful with a flower on my rib. Now, I got these for my 16th birthday because I actually wanted them when I was about 15, and my mom was like, if you still want them in a year, you can get them. And I did, so I got them. The worst my mental health has ever been was when I was 14 to 15 and I was struggling with really bad anxiety and depression and eating disorder stuff. And I had been in therapy for about a year by this time, and I was doing really well. And I got Stay Strong and Stay Beautiful because obviously to stay something, you already are that thing. So Stay Strong is reminding myself that I am strong, I just have to maintain that strength. And I got Stay Beautiful on my ribs because I, with my eating disorder, would body check all the time, and it was always looking at myself in the mirror on my right side. So I got Stay Beautiful there, so it's like, remember, you are beautiful. You already are beautiful. And so I got that. And I got it with the flower because it didn't cost any extra, and the flower's pretty. So that's why I got the flower. Moving on after that, I have burst into color with the watercolor peony on my forearm. This is actually a 5 Seconds of Summer tattoo. It is lyrics from Jet Black Heart. The blood in my veins is made up of mistakes. Let's forget who we are and dive into the dark as we burst into color, returning to life. This tattoo sums up that sort of I'm doing really, really well. My brain is definitely in the right place to be filming right now. I'm not stressed at all. Jet Black Heart was one of my favorite songs on Sounds Good Feels Good, which is one of my favorite albums of all time, if not my favorite album of all time, just for what it has done for me and how much it has helped me. And that bridge was such a pivotal moment for me and helped me with a lot of stuff, and it really, really spoke to me. And this tattoo doesn't just represent that bridge, it represents that song, that album, that band, and that entire part of my life. Because 5 Stars were a very, very big and important part of my life for a very long time. They were the only thing that made me happy for quite some time. I love saying that 5 Stars was my emo band. She Looks So Perfect, emo song. Emo bop of the century. Oh my God, I can't take myself seriously today. 5 Seconds of Summer were a huge part of my life, and I genuinely would not be here without them, so I owe them a lot. A lot of people told me that if I got a band tattoo, particularly a boy band, which obviously as a 5 Star stan was not having that, tattoo, that I would regret that, and I just don't agree at all. Like, that was such a huge part of my life. Those boys were such a big part of my life. I made so many friends. I still have friends that I made back when I was a stan and had my fan accounts and things, and I don't stan them anymore, but I would still get a 5 Sauce tattoo. I'm actually considering getting another 5 Sauce tattoo, and I don't really listen to their music anymore. So, shut up, Mom. No, my mom supported me. She got it for me for my 17th birthday. But everyone I went to school with, all of you were wrong. So, get whatever tattoos you want. That's what I'm trying to say. The next tattoo I got was shortly after my 18th birthday. Myself and one of my childhood best friends, we got honeysuckles together on our ankles. And the reason we got honeysuckles is because when we were small children, we had a taste garden at our primary school, and we would go and pick the honeysuckles and like just suck on the honeysuckles during lunchtime. And that's just like a really nice memory that sort of is just a memory of us from our childhood. And that was something that was really cool and really special to us. So we decided to get those together, and I really love it. After that, I got a tattoo with my mom. It is a moon and a rose, and to me it represents the moon as my mom and I'm the rose, so she's there watching over me all the time. And I got it with her at a flash day where all of the proceeds went to Rainbow Youth, which is a New Zealand LGBTQ+ charity. And my mom thought that that was really cool and really special because doing something for a queer charity was also another way for her tattoo to represent my sister and I. Her tattoo was slightly different, but we got them together. And it was her first tattoo, which was really lovely. A few months after I got that one, I got lyrics on my thigh, and it says, "Make your mind your safe place, make your body your home," which are some of my favorite song lyrics that I have ever written. They are from the bridge to my song Monsters and Fairies, which is also my end screen song, by the way. A few people have asked. It's my end screen song. It's my song. It's tattooed on my leg. I have a video all about that song and what its lyrics mean if you wanted to watch that. But effectively, I wrote that song as a letter to myself about overcoming things and loving myself and making myself better and being okay in my own body. And I wrote it for myself and wanted to share it with others to hopefully help you feel the same way, and it is really important to me and really special to me. So I got that on my thigh. The next tattoos I got after that were... No, wait. Tokyo was next. Yeah, I went to Tokyo before I went to Asia. No. Tokyo's in Asia, Savannah. When I say Asia, I mean Southeast Asia, but fuck, man. Yeah, Tokyo is in Asia. Just by the way, in case you weren't aware, Tokyo is in Asia. The one I got after that is the 2 hands holding each other. I love this tattoo. This is probably one of my favorite tattoos in terms of how well it's done and how much planning went into it. I actually got this tattoo with my best friend Kat, who I will get her to show her tattoo now too. And Kat is actually who I am moving in with on Monday, who I do my podcast with, which you should listen to for the 3rd time. Yeah, we've made lots of podcasts and things talking about our friendship, but effectively Kat and I met when we were 11, when she moved schools and was in my class. And we became friends very, very quickly and jumped into our friendship very, very quickly, to the point where 1 month into knowing each other and being friends, we were in health class and we had to discuss the future for some reason. And we decided after we finished school, we're gonna go to London together. A couple years later, she moved across the country. And then a year after that, she moved to the other side of the world. And I went and visited her in Indonesia when she lived in Indonesia. And then a couple years later, I saved up and I went and visited her in Tokyo. And that is where we got these tattoos. And the reason we got these tattoos is because, you know, we've lived apart for such a long, long time, but we were there for each other through everything that we'd been through all the really bad depression days, and also through the good days, which were a lot less frequent. Haha, we've lived very happy lives. But ultimately, we're very far apart from each other, but we're always holding each other. And you know, when people are like slipping, this is how you're meant to grab them, because the grip is tighter. You can't slip. If you're holding hands, your fingers slip out. If you're holding your wrist, you're kind of stuck. It's a very strong, strong grasp. And so we got those because we're always there and we're always holding each other up no matter how far apart we are. But happy ending to the story is that on Monday, we're moving into a flat together in London. You know, the thing we decided we were going to do a month after we met each other when we were 11, which was almost 10 years ago. Good Lord, it's been a ride. Since I'm here right now, I just want to say thank you for that, because I am in absolute disbelief, because I would not be able to do this without you. We would not be able to do this without you. Kat, say thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So this tattoo has really, you know, helped us. We've stayed strong. We've held on to each other. We've gotten ourselves through every bad day, and now literally all our dreams are coming true. Anyway, after that one, I got two. I got this cruelty-free bunny. I named her Lulu. And this single line lotus on the back of my Achilles. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Something like that. It says it's an Achilles, right?
Achilles.
Achilles, same thing.
It's not
Achilles. I didn't just go to Bali to get a lotus flower tattoo, okay? I promise I'm not that bitch. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's not what I did. I didn't go to Bali to be cultured and get a lotus tattoo to remember it by. That's not what happened. Let me explain. I've gone to Southeast Asia every year for a really long time, and it has a very, very big special part of my heart. I love it there. I miss it so much. And on this trip, I went with one of my best friends, and we traveled around a few countries for 6 weeks, and it's the first time that I had done a big independent travel. It's the first time that I'd gone to Southeast Asia without my family, and it was a really, really special, really, really incredible trip. And Bali was at the end of it, which meant we could get tattoos because there was no more swimming. And I got the lotus because the lotus sort of represents Southeast Asia to me, because it is a symbol over there, and so there's like that tie in it. And then I got the cruelty-free bunny, Lulu, because they said, you've got enough time to get another tattoo for no extra charge. What do you want? And I panicked. And that's how I ended up with Lulu. And the placement is here because I was like, well, I want to get a bunch of tattoos on my arm, so I'm just going to put it here, because that's so random, it'll force me to get more tattoos. This tattoo is just like, literally was like, I have 5 seconds to decide on something. There. And now I have Lulu. After that one, I got this naked lady sitting on a lion in the format of a strength tarot card. This tattoo has a lot. There is a lot there to unpack. I came up with this idea because I saw someone who was doing a guest spot who had some tarot flash, and I went in and asked her to sort of modify some of her tarot flash. I was drawn to the tarot because my mom reads tarot cards. I sort of grew up around that sort of thing. I had tarot cards, but they scared me because I was afraid I was gonna do it wrong, which I know isn't the point of tarot cards, but I have anxiety and I was terrified I was gonna do it wrong. So I just looked at them and cried because I didn't know what to do. And no one can tell you what to do, because the point is that it's your own intuition, but I don't trust it. I don't trust my own intuition. So I can't. So although I've never done tarots, I have always wanted to. I just don't trust myself enough to do it. Even the tarots that you read for yourself, I know it's your own intuition and reading that, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna do it wrong and I don't want to, so. I haven't done it, but my mom does. And so it's got that sort of like family tie, family connection in there. As well as the strength card represents strength and determination and overcoming anything that is thrown at you, always coming out on the other side. And I got this sort of when my mental health was looking up. Everything was sort of a lot better. I was in a much better place. And so it felt really symbolic and really important to me, especially when tied with the naked lady and the lion, which comes into consent. The naked body is not sexual. The naked body is something that you can look at and you can admire and appreciate without touching it, because if you touch it, the lion will bite your hand off. That's a really important thing to me in terms of, especially when it's connected with my mental health as someone who's gone through, you know, like sexual trauma. A really important piece to me that I have ownership of my body, and knowing that my body and bodies in general aren't sexual and don't exist for other people. It's mine and you can look at it, but you can't touch it. After that, I have this sun with some song lyrics, "How lucky you are to have yourself," on my wrist. The sun looks like it was drawn by a 3-year-old, and that is because it was drawn by my little sister, who was 16 at the time of drawing it. And the lyrics were written by John O'Callaghan, who is the lead singer of The Main. And the lyrics are from my favorite song called Unlost. And the two work together really well because I took my sister to see The Main in Australia for her 16th birthday. And that was one of the best days of my life. We made some incredible friends. I made a friend that I still talk to, and it was just such an incredible, incredible day. And I am so glad to have experienced that with my sister and to have made the friends that I did. And The Main even took a photo of us and they still use it everywhere, and it's insane, and I love it so much. It's one of my favorite photos. It was just such an incredible day. You know, we were all like sitting down outside the venue for 10 hours in the sun, playing cards, getting so worked up in our card game that we did not notice the band passing us, which is when they took the photo. It was when we realized that we were dumb and didn't even see that the band was standing right next to us. It was incredible. My mom's the moon, my sister's the sun. They're always there, even though I live far away. I know that they're always there and they're always with me. The lyrics, how lucky you are to have yourself, are obviously just super important, very cool lyrics that resonate with me very much. And that entire song, I had to sit down and think about which lyrics I wanted so bad. It took me such a long time to decide which ones I wanted. And when I got that tattoo, at the same time, I got this one, which is Hopeless in red ink on my butt. But if you didn't know, Hopeless is the nickname for Halsey's album Hopeless Fountain Kingdom. And this album was incredibly, incredibly important to me. It came out at a time that I really needed it to. The whole album from start to end is sort of about coming out of an abusive relationship and sort of working through that and figuring things out and finding and losing pieces of yourself and just trying to maneuver that and get through it. And that came out very shortly after I left my abusive partner, and it was just incredibly validating and helped me through a lot. And I'm so incredibly grateful for that album and for Halsey. And so I got this tattoo to symbolize the whole album. Finally, my last tattoo that I got a couple of weeks ago is actually another Halsey tattoo from the same album, which is these envelopes that are on fire, and they are numbered from 97 to 100. And this is to represent the song 100 Letters, which is the opening track on Hopeless Fountain Kingdom. This song is my favorite song of all time. Second would be Unlost, which is the other lyrics I have just underneath it. This song is so, so validating. It's very intense when you listen to it properly. And it's sort of all about claiming the power back in a situation of being used by a partner. It is how it feels. It describes that situation and how you leave and you're not going back. And that is really, really, really powerful. And it is what I needed to hear when it came out. It just really struck a chord with me and helped validate me so, so much. And so I got this tattoo to sort of represent like burning the 100 letters, burning the trauma, leaving the past behind and taking the power back. I think that's everything about all my tattoos. I think that's all of them. Thank you so, so much for coming. I'm sorry if this isn't what you normally come for, but I hope you enjoyed anyway. A lot of people have asked, so I hope that this answered your questions. Get tattoos. They are like, they're so cool. They're little pieces of your life that tell stories. I personally just feel like regretting tattoos is such an old way of looking at things, because if it's important to you in that moment, or if it's something you like in that moment, it's important to you as a person. They sort of just little, it's like diaries, like little journals on your body. And I think that that's so freaking cool. I love them so much. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Go follow me on social media, specifically Instagram and Twitter. Listen to my music, listen to my podcast. And a big thank you to my Kiwi Fruit channel members who are up on the screen right now. I love you so, so much. You keep this channel alive, and I am so grateful to you. With a big thank you to my channel member of the day, Sandra. I love and appreciate you so, so much. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to be a channel member, you can press the little blue button or the top link in my description, and I would love to have you. You get 10% off my shop and my videos a day early, so you should join. Thank you so, so much for coming. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.